My name is Raúl the Third. I'm an author and I illustrate and write picture books for kids. Art is an incredibly valuable subject to introduce children to. In so many respects, it can open up their eyes to so many different aspects of our world, including different cultures, different authors, different artists. And there is so much that you can learn when you are creating artwork or creating drawings. Everything from learning how to measure out your page. So there's a lot of math involved in creating artwork. There's a lot of thinking about planning. And by planning, I mean how to create a composition, how to write a story, how to work from one step to the next, because artwork teaches you about adjustments and how nothing that you approach ever starts out perfectly, but how you can start out with a loose idea and by working on it slowly but surely begin to turn it into a final product. And when a child or a student sees that, they realize that by working hard and by being willing to change things in their composition, they were able to create a beautiful piece of art, and there's nothing more rewarding than that. You got a lot of characters there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's always incredibly inspiring for me to come and visit students, because anytime I visit a school, I'm always reminded of myself when I was a young student, trying to figure out my place in the world. And I see a lot of excitement and curiosity in the eyes of the kids that I'm visiting. And another thing that I think is important is simply for us to be more willing to share our experiences with kids, to also be a face for them to look up to, and also a person where they might be able to see themselves doing the exact same thing when they're adults.
He's so engaging, high energy. It was just nice to kind of have that breath of fresh air. It's also really important for my kids to see working artists, like people that are doing this for a living, and how exciting that can be.
I think it's exciting for a young student to meet someone in a profession that they aspire to be a part of, especially when they realize that we're humans like they are, who are as excited about similar things. You end up not just being a mentor, but also end up being friends with kids who you end up having a lot in common with. We're all striving to make art that is fun and interesting to look at, and also great fun to make. To me, it's always fun to come to a school like the Diamond School, because the students are already very familiar with all sorts of different art process. And that comes because of the amazing faculty that already teaches at this school. So when I come in, the teachers have already been introducing kids to things like perspective, things like creating portraits, using a grid, making models. And then I come in, and as a professional artist, the kids realize that what the teachers have been teaching them is actually going to be very useful to them. The path to becoming an artist is going to be different for each particular individual, but you don't have to always follow the conventional route. So that's something that I try to show with the students that I'm presenting in front of. That it might be that silly thing that you doodle on your paper that becomes your breakout hit, but you never know what idea is going to be the one that becomes something that you want to dedicate a big part of your life to.